Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe. I got this message from one of my viewers, and I kind of like to go over it. We're talking about the unconditional love that we give. Sometimes the words that we use, even just the way that we talk to our narcissist, kind of sets us up for failure. And I don't want you to think it's your fault. It's just the balance between a narcissist and an empathetic person. It just ends up giving the narcissist power. And I want to talk about that because sometimes we use certain word patterns, and a lot of times being empathetic, instead of like, we need to talk, we'll be like, can we talk about this? I'd like to talk about it. When do you have time? We're giving them power just in the way that we're talking to them. We're not succinct to where we are succinct, but firm, where it's like, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about it now. That's usually not how we talk. Sometimes we might, but that's when the turns into the reactive abuse, and it's almost like too late. So when we're setting up boundaries, a lot of times we get blindsided on how the narcissist over time gets us to change our word patterns. That's why in the beginning, when I was a new mother, I would talk to my daughter kind of the wrong way, where I would be like, could you settle down instead of settle down? So it gives her, if I say, could you, she can say yes or no. We give them power that way. But if you tell them what to do, it's a lot more effective. Sometimes as adults, we don't like talking to each other that way because we don't like to be talked that way. The narcissist will still talk to us firmly. They'll just use a different way of speaking. And so as we're going through these relationships, it's starting to get more and more frustrating. So we do try, okay, just like I learned to be more direct with my daughter instead of giving her the option to choose a yes or no, because that put her in power. Can you get ready for bed? She'll be like, instead of go get ready for bed. It's just different words, and it changes the effectiveness. So when we try to do a direct message to our narcissist, a lot of times they're those spoiled little brats that just don't listen no matter what you say. So they'll start resenting us because they'll be like, I'm an adult, don't talk to me that way, but they'll talk to us that way. So it's almost like a no-win situation, because when we do try to talk kindly, or a little bit more passive, because we want a nice, passive, easy, comfortable relationship with them, they take it for granted. And in this message that I got, we give an infinite amount of unconditional love to someone who just sucks it up with a voracious appetite. That's true. That's true. We give them unconditional love so they can do whatever they want without repercussions. That's why they'll break the boundaries. And they've trained us. They know that we had this unconditional love, and we do it because we feel that it's just going to build things. It's like watering the garden. It's making it flourish. It's everything healthy, to where I'll always be by your side. And we mean like in sickness and in health, richer or poorer, whether you're married or not. We have this mentality. But in wedding vows, it's not if you beat me, it's not if you cheat on me, it's forsaking all others. But that's the positive side, and that's where we're moving forward. But they move backwards. And so we're like, wait, we were supposed to start from kind of in a relationship or in a marriage from the vows forward, and take those seriously. But the narcissist says them, whether it's in a relationship or a marriage, but they take us backwards. And I'm like, wait, I don't mind starting here or staying here, but we're supposed to move forward. That's where we see whatever starting point of your relationship, we start it at this point forward, and it's going to be good. We love unconditional because we know we're going to care about each other, but the narcissist takes it for granted, and they bring us to the other side. And since now they're on the other side, we try to still have time with them. So now that's why we're, in a sense, how they say lower self-esteem, because we cross that boundary to kind of get them back onto our side, or the side that we promised each other. So I just thought it was really interesting how our words really make a difference. So moving forward, when you're with a new partner, be cautious on how you say things. We need to see each other once a week for it to work out. I need some of your time, as opposed to, if you don't mind, if you could stop by, and I know you got a lot going on and it'd mean a lot to me. Do you mind stopping by? It's a whole different outcome. I struggle with that. I am not good at talking. That's probably why I'm still single. But it is important to realize that we're giving them the fuel that they need. We almost encourage it. And it's so weird how just the way people say things makes a whole difference. That's why they say, that, I don't know, I think it's a book, Women Love Bitches, because they're kind of demanding. They're kind of forceful in their words, and it can go the other way too. Women can love the bad boys who, it's just weird how everything happens. But I just wanted you guys to be aware of the way you talk to them, because it's us like not giving boundaries. And we kind of do that because it's unconditional love. So there should be conditions, and I struggle with that. And I feel that you can still, if that's who you are, you can still have unconditional love, but don't be an enabler. So you can love them from afar. You can love them from afar, but don't let them use you. If you can't change, who your person is, because I feel a lot of unconditional love for people, and a lot of times they take it for granted. That's when you still need to set up boundaries, whether it's conditional, unconditional, but boundaries will protect you. And you can love somebody from afar. If they're going to keep it toxic, it's not good to stay in the relationship. If they're not willing to change, if they're going to blindside you with horrible things, whether they cheated on you, broke your trust. Trust is something that is really hard to get back. And a lot of times the narcissist, if they try to rebuild it, it's all based on lies. And that makes it even worse. So the cycle continues, and it gets worse and worse, and less trust, and they just suck you dry. So I just thought it was really something that I wanted you guys to think about, is kind of some of the word patterns that you would use. Comment below on some of the word patterns that you see that you've done, because I've been a little too passive, and it just gives the narcissist power. It just really does. So please like and subscribe. One-on-ones are available, and I will see you soon.